Welcome to Thursday Night Bhakti, where we take a 30-minute pause out of our evening to sink into a little bit of devotion, a little bit of bhakti. So I've been in love with the peace mantras lately. There's a whole category of Vedic peace mantras, and I can't hardly choose my most favorite because I love them all so much. And hi, Christy. So tonight we're going to chant the Pūrṇam mantra, Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. So, hi Alyssa. So, I want to tell you about the translation before I teach you the pronunciation. And I have to say that I struggled with this pronunciation, or with this interpretation, with this translation for a long, long time. Because I was looking at the word-for-word translation and it just wasn't resonating with me. The sound of the Sanskrit was resonating deeply with me, but the translation wasn't quite resonating. And then, many of you know Christopher Wallace, aka Harish, and so Harish gave me a new perspective on this mantra, so I want to give you that perspective tonight. So the root word in this mantra is Pūrṇa, and Pūrṇa means full, complete, whole, perfect. You get the idea. That's what Pūrṇa is. So you'll see that many times in this mantra there are little variations of Pūrṇa. And so the first line, Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. So that means that Adaḥ Pūrṇam Adaḥ, that is whole, complete, perfect. Pūrṇam Idaṁ, this is whole and complete and perfect. So Idaṁ, this inside of me, whole, complete, and perfect. Adaḥ, that out there, whole, complete, and perfect. Or, as one of the teachers said, that perhaps this was written within the context of a teacher sitting in front of a student and saying, you, that, you are perfect. And here, I am perfect. You are perfect, I am perfect. Or you are whole, complete, perfect. I am whole, complete, and perfect. So this is the first line. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. And then the rest of the mantra talks about how from fullness arises more fullness. From fullness arises more fullness. And when we take from this fullness, only fullness remains. So that was a little foggy to me. I didn't quite get it, but Christopher put it in such perfect context for me, and now I just love the interpretation of it. So two examples are spiritual wisdom and love. So when a teacher gives us their spiritual wisdom, they're not taking anything away from themselves. They're full with this wisdom. They're full and complete and perfect with this wisdom, and they're giving it to the student. It doesn't take anything away from them. It doesn't take anything away from that spiritual wisdom to be giving it away. So from wholeness arises more wholeness or more fullness. When we take something away from that, only fullness remains. The other example that he gave me that I absolutely love is love. So we've all been in love, yeah? So when we're in love and we're giving our love away, It's not depleting us. We're not taking anything from us. When we give love away, we're never depleted. In fact, we're probably even more full and more complete with love when we give it away. So within that context, I started to really understand this mantra better and more completely, more wholly, more completely. So this is what we're going to be chanting tonight. If you take something away from something, from that which is full, whole, complete, and perfect, what remains is still full, whole, complete, and perfect. If you give what is full, whole, complete, and perfect away, it remains full and perfect in you. Whether we're giving love, whether we're giving our wisdom away. So that's the meaning. Now we're going to learn the Sanskrit pronunciation. Because when we pronounce this right, when we pronounce it according to the little Sanskrit rules that we learn, it takes the experience of the mantra to a whole different level. And I've learned this so slowly but so surely over the past few years as I've been sinking deeper and deeper into Sanskrit and chanting these beautiful mantras that are in Sanskrit. When we pronounce them correctly, we dive a little bit more deeper. We take them in a little bit more completely. So, this first line, Pūrṇam. So you notice that there's that little dot under the N. So that means that we put our tongue on the roof of our mouth, right behind that little bony protuberance of a speed bump. So put your tongue on the back of your teeth and then draw it back slowly. You'll feel the little speed bump. Right behind the speed bump is a little indentation, a little divot, a little cave. That's where we want to place our tongue. So, Pūrṇam, Pūrṇam. Put that tongue back there. Whenever we pronounce the na in this word, in this whole mantra actually. So, Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. Say that with me. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. And then the next line is Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate. Say that with me. Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate. And the next line, Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya. So I want to stop there in that line because you notice that there are a few letters that have lines over them. Every time we come to a letter with a line over it, we hold it a little longer. We give it 2 counts instead of 1. So in that line, it would be Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya. The last A is only 1 count, but the first 2 are 2 counts. I want to go up a line and point out that any time that you see what looks like an E, which is an that has 2 counts as well. So now we'll go down to the last line and you'll notice that there is a in there. So that has 2 counts, and everything with the line over it has 2 counts. Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate. Try that with me. Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate. Good. Now we're going to get a little more particular about each line. So in the first line, when we see the letter that looks like a D in Ādāya and Idaṁ, we're going to put our tongue on the back of our front teeth and then pull it back as we say the da. So that's Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. And we've talked about those letters that look like an M with a dot over them. That's called the Anusvara. And the Anusvaras are pronounced with the tongue floating all the way to the roof of the mouth and just kind of hugging the roof of the mouth. So that would be Idaṁ, Idaṁ. So the whole mouth closes rather than just the lips closing. So then in the next line we see a da. In Udacyate we also have a ta. So both of those are pronounced with the tongue placed on the back of the teeth and then drawn back. So in that word, Udacyate, try that with me. Udacyate, Udacyate, Udacyate. Good. And we have a da in Ādāya. So that line, Pūrṇasya, Pūrṇam Adaḥ. Try that with me. Pūrṇasya, Pūrṇam Ādāya. And then the last line has a couple of tricky things in that last word. Vaśiṣyate. So, hi Sylvia. So, the first letter that looks like an S and it has that little diacritical mark over the top of it, that's pronounced like sh, sh, sh. Vashi, vashi, vashi. And then the next one is pronounced very similar, but we place our tongue up on the roof of our mouth again in that same place that we placed it when we were making the na, na, na sound. So this is, we place the tongue there and make that sh sound. So instead of vashi, it's vaśiṣyate. So the tongue draws back for that second sibilant, that second thing that looks like an S. So that word is Vaśiṣyate, Vaśiṣyate. And in Sanskrit, the V sound is not made like a hard V, like we do it in our English language. It's very soft. So we put the upper teeth on that moist area. Ah, good. On that moist area on the back of your lower lip. So it connects and sounds like this. Va, va, va. Very, kind of in between a W and a V sound. Va, va. Vaśiṣyate, Vaśiṣyate. Very soft. And so, now we know how to pronounce it. We're going to chant this in the Vedic style. We're going to chant it several times together in the Vedic style. And then when we're about 5 minutes from our time to stop, I'll get my guitar and we'll sing it. So, so let me just sing the melody for the Vedic style one time through for you, because I also want to tell you something about the Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So it goes like this. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate. chant that several times, and then when we're done with our Vedic chanting, we'll chant Om Shanti 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 to end that part of it. And we're used to chanting that like this: Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, in that svara, that tone. But with this particular mantra, I've been taught that from my teacher Anandra that the Om Shanti goes like this: Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Very slight difference in the tone. So we'll do it that way, if I remember. I hope I do. All right. So sit nice and tall. Let your crown press up to the ceiling. Let your sitting bones ground into wherever you're seated. Drop those shoulders down away from your ears and soften your skin. Soften your muscles. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate just sit with the vibration of the sound for a couple of moments while I get my guitar and we'll sing this mantra now. So we chanted it in the Vedic style, and if you're a fan of kirtan, if you're a fan of sacred music and you listen to German lady, long blonde hair, what's her name? Deva Premal. If you listen to Deva Premal, if you listen to Shantala, Benji and Heather, you know, there are a lot of different interpretations of this mantra, musical interpretations. Solo, sweetheart, you have to move now. I'm getting my guitar out. Oh, it will crush you. It will crush your little kitty body. Thank you. So, this is such a beautiful, beautiful mantra. The words are so beautiful, and the feel of the words in the mouth and the sound of the words are so beautiful that I think so many of us who like to compose kirtan chants like to use this mantra because it's very inspirational to wrap some beautiful melodies around. So that's what I've done here, and many of you know it if you have listened to it on my Akashvani CD album. It's the album that Christy and I made together. So here we go with this one. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ nothing's gonna take this away. From wholeness I come, to wholeness I return, and nothing can take this away. From wholeness I come, to wholeness I return, and nothing can take this away. From wholeness I come, to wholeness I return, and nothing can take this away. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate. Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya. Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate. 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 I am whole, you are whole. I am whole, way down in my soul. I am whole, you are whole. I am whole, way down in my soul. I am whole, you are whole. I am whole, way down in my soul. I am whole, you are whole. I am whole, way down in my soul. Pūrṇam Adaḥ Pūrṇam Idaṁ. Pūrṇāt Pūrṇam Udacyate. Pūrṇasya Pūrṇam Ādāya. Pūrṇam Evā Vaśiṣyate. 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 Oh, thank you all for being with me. I see Chetana, and I think maybe you're in Nepal tonight. This morning for you, maybe. I see Raja, and I know that you're in Kerala. So nice to have you with me from such a long ways away. We can connect our hearts right here on Facebook. How sweet is that? So, a couple of things I want to tell you. If you like to chant this mantra in the Vedic style, this actually is a meditation CD that I made a couple years ago, and it has 4 Vedic mantras on it, and one of them is Pūrṇam Evā. Just repeat it over and over like we did tonight. So if you like it in the mantra form, the Vedic mantra form, it's on that. And if you like to sing it with us, this is the album that Christy and I made last year. So that's something that you can get on all the digital stuff. You know, you can get it on, iTunes and Amazon and Spotify and, you know, all that stuff. And then the other thing that I want to tell you is that on June 1st, we are going to be doing a kirtan. We're going to be leading Akashvani. Our band is going to be leading a kirtan at Fun Yoga Studio in Riverside. And if you can come, please come, because the whole evening is going to be dedicated to Ramana's Garden Children's Home, one of my favorite places on the planet. And this is a wonderful home that takes at-risk children, severely at-risk children, out of the slums, gives them a home, gives them love, surrounds them with love, puts them through their academic education, teaches them life skills, teaches them how to organic garden and how to cook and how to make amala beads, and they complete their academics, and then they go to university and they become lawyers and engineers and electricians, and they go into the medical field, and it's just tremendous what this Ramana's Garden, this wonderful home for children, does for these kids. Changes their life. So we're dedicating our evening on June 1st to Ramana's Garden. It will cost you a $15 donation to get in and enjoy the wonderful kirtan that we're going to lead you in, and all of the money that we raise for the evening will go to Ramana's Garden. So please, please come support these this wonderful place that creates a loving and nurturing space for these wonderful children. And you'll get to hear our band and in full force. I'm hoping Karen's going to be with us. If so, we're going to have 4 beautiful women's voices singing. We're going to have Eddie's beautiful cello and bass, and we're going to have Blake's percussion. We're going to have, of course, our harmoniums and our guitars, probably a little flute from Eddie. So please, please join us. We're going to have a great time. Lots of community, wonderful music, and all of it going to a wonderful cause. So hope to see you there on June 1st. I love you, and thank you for being with me tonight. Oh, hi Amelia. Look, Raja's there too. How funny, Raja and Amelia, who are good friends, but Amelia's in Chicago and Raja is in Kerala. I love you both. Nighty night. Next Thursday, Thursday Night Bhakti, 8:30. Join me again.